Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of Dragon's Brew D&D. I'm Dragons and Cats. We are doing this little special content. I am with Curfew 777, and he's playing Belvin tonight.
Hello, everybody.
It's weird, like when it's recording. Like no one's there, but it's gonna
They know who they are.
They know who they are. So this is just a little special extra, just prequeling, a prequel to tomorrow night's episode, episode 34, as Belvin, Paladin of Helm, didn't really seem to agree with the notion of going and killing his sister's dragon. Belvin, after the declaration of the giant, and holding his hands out as he was clutching the platinum amulet with this glowing light blue energy radiating from it, from a gem in the middle of it. He holds his hands out and says, "Now, clutch on. We shall leave." Everyone put their hands out and grabbed onto the giant's massive hand. This creature, about 24 feet high, kneeling down to all of you, looming over you completely. You've kept a little quiet, a little reserved. You know how much your friends want to go out and against the cult to exact their own revenge. But how have you been feeling in regards to going and betraying your sister like that?
I do not agree to it. Or Belvin does not agree to that. But at the same time, he does not feel that he can really say anything otherwise to change their mind, because they have all been so skeptical on Talus's help. So Belvin, feeling a little bit of another, let's just say, like an urge or something, that he has something else he needs to do.
As you put your hand out, these feelings kind of overwhelm you in this moment. You know the teleportation spell, but well enough that most creatures have to be willing before you can gather. So you take a moment, just as you think it's going to happen. Don't allow it to happen. As you pull your hand back, you see a form of your own, still there, still with hand out. You've been invisible about twice now. You always know that there's this light shimmering around your hands, around your form, whenever you are invisible. As you pull back away from the hand, you see this illusionary form, perfect in your image, resides right there. Take a couple steps back, you realize you're invisible as no one notices you. As you back all the way up out of the room, the group, in a white flash, teleports out of the room, gone from your view. You can hear the footsteps of ogres off in the tower on this level somewhere else. In a bit of a rush round, but just like heavy clunks. You now reside alone within this room.
Alright. What other doors are there in this room to leave out of?
There's a door right behind you. The big double door is about 30 feet tall, about 8 feet wide, that lead out to the spiral staircase. It descends downstairs now. You know from what Balgofkus just said, Balgofkus just said, that below, at the base of the tower, Rezimir has a room, her chambers. You can also feel a slight nagging tug in your mind coming from down below the tower, deep down, probably about 100 feet down as well.
Alright, and that's where I need to go.
Alright, so you get out from the big double doors. You just descend the entirety of the stairs, because you can see as you like poke your head out, the spiral of stairs wraps around the tower, descends down to another landing where you can see the lights of statues holding about 8 statues, and then the spiral staircase seems to go down ever more.
Alright. I'll just keep pursuing, knowing that I need to find Rezmir.
Okay. Scene change. All the way down. Okay. So you descend down near the entirety of the stairwell. Just gotta wait for it to load.
Yeah, me too. There we go.
As you get further and further down the stairs, the beam of light that shoots up through the shaft of the tower seems to get colder and colder and colder as you descend down. Even more so that you're kind of wrapping your shield up around you and kind of rubbing your arms and your body, trying to keep the metal that you're encased in warm, at least.
True.
The further you get down, you can hear a ring ting from like a hammer, what you think of an anvil. Just ding, ding, ding. And you see that the door, as you descend all the way fully down the stairs, as you reach into this chamber, you can see that the entirety of the room is taken up by a very strange sight. I'd like you to make a constitution save as you're coming into this room. Yeah, you're fine.
That's a relief.
Alright. Okay, so just one last thing. Alright, so as you descend down the stairs, you can see as you poke your head out, you can see that same kind of etched into the floor down here beneath frost and ice is what looks to be some kind of arcane sigil, a circle in the ground. What you also see floating above that really captures your eye is a diamond-shaped tear in reality that burns at the center of a cold fire burning blue. You see that underneath it, chains hold a floating fire pit, and within that is the blue fire burning where the diamond is held. You can see that coming from the diamond shape, and even seen within it, you can see a frozen wasteland of a massive blizzard is basically just spiraling out of this cold diamond tear in reality, and just begins like to shed light into the fire, which causes the fire to grow and to burn. You can see that circle on the ground you gather is probably some kind of magical protection. Do you know the giant language?
No.
Okay, then
I do not.
Yeah, you see carved into the circle is some sort of glyphs and runes.
Some magic mumbo jumbo.
Some magic mumbo jumbo, yeah.
Yeah.
You also know that if you get too close towards the circle, you'll get basically come up against an invisible wall of force.
Yeah. I think Belv would know not to get too close to magic symbols on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see this cold blizzard like within this small 5-foot opening diamond shape.
It's very, very interesting. Very intriguing.
And just seems to feed the fire, sending energy all the way up the shaft. You see to the door on your right, as you look on through, there is this 20-foot tall giant. He seems to have a helmet on with 2 horns sticking out the side like a Viking, a massive metal shoulder pauldron. He seems to be clutching a forging hammer, massive for his size, and just cranking down on a pit of what seems to be metal being formed into breastplate. There is a huge burning forge that seems to struggle to life as well, just as you look into it.
So that door is open, so I can...
Yes.
Okay. Am I still invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, at this time, as you're descending down the stairs, you can use an action to not become invisible anymore.
No. I'll stay invisible until it either fades away or I need it to. At the moment, I don't need it. I'd prefer to be invisible. Yep. It's precautionary. Just let us know when it runs out or not.
Okay. So you being invisible probably only took you a few moments to really get down the stairs completely.
Yeah.
Being invisible and just being in a rush.
All right. Do I get a sense of which way I need to go? Can I use any of my senses to really, because heightened smell and stuff. See if that.
All right. So I'll give you an option. You can make a religion check, a perception check, or a survival check.
I'll make a perception check. Fuck.
Coming from below.
Okay. I can't see any stairs going down from here, can I?
From here, no, you cannot.
Okay. Alright, I am going to just peek into the blacksmith area.
Yep.
If the door is open still and I don't have to move anything.
No. So the door is like already ajar and you can easily step through.
Yep.
He's hard at work, completely unaware of you.
Yeah.
Completely unaware.
Can I see any... Is this just an enclosed room?
Very much so. Even though, if there is a forge of magma burning over in the corner.
Yeah.
You don't see any stairs that's going down below. You do see an armory of giant-sized weaponry, basically up in the northern side of the room.
But there's not much I can do with giant weapons. Alright. I'll go back out. And assess any other doorway. This one here.
Okay, so that door there is open as well.
It is open. Okay.
Yep.
Go in on that.
And what you do
I see some stairs.
is the end of a spiraling staircase.
The end of one.
You see this, within this room, a heavy stench of mould and sweats stings your nostrils. The barracks are a mess. Large tables and chests have junk all over them, and this spiral staircase descends into the depths of the tower.
So yeah, this staircase here goes down.
Yeah, so it starts here and descends.
That's my best lead so far, but I am going to double check, make sure of every other room that I could see down here.
While you're looking around, you do hear the sound. While you're heading down as well and looking around, you see that there's an ogre in this room. Basically, this door's open as well.
Yeah.
And he's just mugging, basically on a whole goat, just chewing bones and all, just bites into the back of the spine. And you hear huffs and pantings coming from this room up here, from the northern room.
Cool.
There seems to be one ogre in there who's just finished doing a workout, and he's just sat down and basically just grabs a whole keg and just has a swig of it. He's just like, and he's just all sweaty.
Nice. Alright, cool. As I suspected, this is my best lead down here to go the spiral staircase. So I will descend.
Alright. As you descend the stairs, as you start to descend the stairs, the tugging in your brain becomes ever more so. Just pulling at you, pulling at you, pulling at you. Are you being stealthy as you're heading on down?
Yeah, this is where I'm going to start being a bit cautious. Yeah.
Alright, make a stealth check at advantage, please. Okay. Just wait for my computer. Alright. 14. Alright, so as you come into this room, can you see that at all? No, you can't see.
No, it's all black with me.
Okay, so that's right. Alright, so you're going to be here. If you can put yourself there. And I'll just reveal it. But as you come down the stairs, what you see before you seems to be that of a staircase, ending to what you can see of a curtain. A heavy curtain of purple, gold and brass.
Ugh, those colours ring a bell.
And as you come on down, you can pull the curtain aside as well. You can hear the mumbling of a female draconic voice just in the next room. Do we have enough of that? I don't know. You hear the stirring of another kind of large creature. There's a crackling of a fire.
Ooh, alright.
So you can see that all?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Alright. You hear footsteps over what seems to be a carpet, and then onto solid ice. Just tink, 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 talons clicking. And then just goes, I see severing once. Useless. You hear a scrunching of paper. And a quick... And then the footsteps go from the clicking on the cold ice that you stand on as well, cold cracked ice, to then on soft rug.
Okay. I wish to step out from the curtain as stealthy as I can. If I'm still invisible, stealth.
Alright, make me another stealth check.
Advantage still because of invisibility or normal?
I'm going to say advantage.
Okay. Actually, no.
Alright, so what you feel as well, just beyond this curtain, just over this side, there is that intense pull, like someone's dragging your arm behind you as you're trying to walk away.
No. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's that I'm actually going to use my last natural 20 that I have for this stealth roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do it. So,
yeah.
Barely interrupting the curtain at all, keeping in with the shadows of the room, and then just stepping out into the open, just kind of sliding your feet while you walk as well. Your breath still kind of like, even though you are invisible, kind of like puffs out. You see like this large rug covers the icy floor just inside this door. There's this 10-foot high room lit by a brazier of hot coals. You see a large bed is just behind this massive purple, gold and bronze what's it called? Curtain. Jesus. You see a desk beyond Rezmir. Resting atop the desk on a sheet of blazing red velvet is a handsome iron-bound chest with a sturdy padlock. What you also see is a gloss black just sitting on the table. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. What you also see is that helmet I showed you before. This horned helm of glossy ebony has a skull-like mane to it. You see that in this light it kind of glistens and reflects off the flame itself. Pointed, sharp, delicate. At the moment, currently it looks to be in the fit of Rezmir's head. You see, slumbering on the mat by the fire, curled up, is what seems to be a large draconic-shaped dog. Beast creatures, quadruped, small little dragon. Basically no bigger than a husky or a German shepherd.
Smaller than what I thought it was going to be.
Okay, well.
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no. All right, no. So it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than a husky. It's
okay.
The length is a lot more, but it's a medium-sized creature.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And it's basically just curled up by the fire. You see Rezmir is just lurching through papers as she seems to be counting assets or filing through things.
Okay. So whereabouts? So did you say the helmet was on the desk?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Plain sight.
Plain
All
sight.
right.
You see she's currently in a like she's in a paranoid state. She's looking over all of it, like all these documents, and she's counting.
Right, so the last little bits of treasure. Please, I'll be freezing them over later this afternoon. It should take us no more than 10 days to get down to the well. We can get down to the well, everything will be fine, and we can go back with reinforcements. The operation can still be saved. Severin won't need to know.
What was that name?
Severin.
Severin. Have I heard that name before?
I think you've heard Talus mention it once or twice.
Severin, because it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
And the well.
The well.
All right. So I would like to go up to the desk and actually, because I'm feeling this helmet, some sort of draw to this helmet. Is it the helmet I'm feeling, like Belvin's feeling
yes,
too?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You see,
So
yeah,
I want to get to that helmet. Just kind of see if I can sneak around Rezmir.
Alright, so as you go take a foot forward, you feel the ground beneath you kind of rumble, and you hear this voice, this sound just echoing through the ice, through and reverberating through the walls itself. This large draconic voice, as it echoes on through, Rezmir kind of stops what she's doing. The Drake lifts its head up too, and that shimmer, as you're taking a couple steps forward onto the carpet, disappears.
Damn it.
It was like a massive draconic roar, just with pain and suffering.
After seeing that, can I make a jump to Rezmir? Or is that probably not?
So alright, so what's going to happen from this is the Drake is going to basically, they're both on alert now. The Drake has its head reared up and is like looking, is a bit panicked. And then you appear suddenly out of nowhere, and it takes on a low staunching stance. It's like it's going to go for a bite.
Okay.
So it looks at you, it's just like and snarls. Rezmir basically looks around as well, and at the snarl she sees you just. Oh, you. And
I've come to settle this, Rezmir.
And I see you didn't have a problem with that white bitch. If you're here then. What a very nice keep along the river you have. You really should take better care of it. Those tieflings as well.
You needn't worry about me anymore. You've just got to focus on yourself right now. I'll just unsheath sword and shield.
I see that yourself and the runt have schemed then. She's out for vengeance, and you are too then. Be a real shame to find out what happened to her girlfriend now, wouldn't it? That would break her heart.
All of us have done... a lot of us have done bad things in the past. But nothing compares to what you have done, Rezmir. I have come to put a stop to you once and for all.
You're alone. The inevitable is bound to happen. Who do I face? I want to know who I will burn in brimstone after you die, and who I'll hunt from the side of Her Majesty. If I fall, I want to know who I'll haunt.
The one you are facing right now is Belvin Serpenthelm.
Serpent Helm! Haha! That's rich. Oh, that's really rich. You sigh. Then you are of relation to her then. She doesn't want to do the dirty work, so she sends her brother. Oh, I am very glad I redirected the raid to her home then. I'm going to serve your head to her on a silver platter with white scales.
Funny. That's my plan for you as well.
No, but the snotty brat has the support of many followers. While
she looks over towards the Drake.
whereas I could have him attack you right now, and we could have this done. But if she rises and I fall, oh, it's gonna be brutal. The power's gonna go to her head. Welcome to the ranks of the cult, Belvin Serpenthelm.
I will not let that happen to Talus. I will be her voice of reasoning in all this. She is strayed from her path while being alone, but now, after being reunited, I can show her the way back.
Oh, she will die for her treachery. There is nothing you can do. She is devoted. Oh, she will pay. And if you insist, then we shall settle it.
And then he looks at you. She looks at your shield and grabs the helm in a hand, in a clawed hand.
Black Razor will be mine again. That was my mistake, to allow it to fall into the unworthy hands.
She then puts the helm on.
For the glory of her return, you will be a powerful soul to feed her. And then we will glass your home, leaving nothing but ash. And I'll personally make sure Talus is punished. How about...
And she gestures to the door.
For the whole world and gods to see, under her burning light, we settle this, Belvin Serpenthelm.
By the guidance of Helm, I will slay you. That way, Helm can look upon me as I rid you from this world, where you can strike your evil no more.
You have a confidence. I see that. So did your sister. So did Mondath, her girlfriend. Until I broke her of that. And I will break you.
She then currently takes a couple of steps forward, holding a great sword at her hands, basically out, pointed towards you, and then gestures to the door.
Now, would you rather die under the light of your gods, or in the darkness of this castle?
Well, Belvin he'll move out, but he won't turn his back. So he'll kind of back up.
As she walks past you, basically just like having a bit of a giggle, she unlocks the door, and then the Drake follows you, and just basically, you see it's got a similar horn to Langda Rosa, the creature the half dragon that killed your mother.
I'll just kind of look over and just like stare it in the eyes. Not phased. And then I'll follow her out.
Okay. So she basically leads you through this little sleeping room over the top of this massive dire bear rug. You pass another guard drake that is basically holding down this room. She then opens the door and looks at two guards and speaks in Draconic.
You. Fetch. No. Alert the others. You. Be the mediator.
And she steps out into the cold, frozen tundra of the massive, huge courtyard. And as you come out into this area, you see one of the these guards, these big black cloaked draped guards with masks on that have red horns spiraling around the side of the face, very similar to black dragons. One of them takes off. Both the guard drakes come out as they are starting to kind of like encircle. Resmir comes out and just walks calmly into the circle. You see a bunch of ogres that were practicing drills before, all beginning to run to make their way down towards what seems to be a castle-like barrack, like a giant-sized proportion guard barrack. As a whole bunch of them basically rush down in this direction.
Towards us?
Not towards you, but
no.
Down in this direction, towards this building.
Oh, okay, towards that building. I didn't see that ping.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And she basically just... there's a light fog in this area as well. The howling wind comes around and the sun is just ever present, blinding down on top of you. It's freezing cold and there's howling winds blowing across this area. And she holds her great sword out to the side, kind of like limply, and just goes... You see her tail just kind of flicker as well, just... You smell that? Mistress? Fresh kill under the eyes of their god for you. And then she turns with a great sword.
Paladin of Helm. Prepare to die.
Let's roll initiative. Unless you have something else to say.
No. Just battle stance.
Okay. So. Nope, that's not the right music I want. Where did I put it? Sorry about this, everyone. Just 1 second. Here we go. I've been waiting the entire campaign to use this song for you.
For me.
Nope, that's not it. Sorry, everyone. Gosh, where is it? Oh no, I've lost the music. You see, this is what happens when you're a pro streamer, ladies and gentlemen. We do run this channel 100% for charity as well. Well, we run this campaign 100% for charity, and we are currently having a nice little boss fight that is taking way too long because I can't find the right song. And it's making me feel really shit.
Hey, it's alright. The suspense. That's what it is. Is this it? Because this is epic.
Alright. Alright, so Resmir. It's 3 for 13.
So she goes first.
She goes first. So, Resmir, two-handed, reaping onto a great sword that seems to inflict massive, powerful wounds. Begins to encircle around you. Just probably about 10 feet out. Watching your stance.
Now, see who will join Tiamat in her cell.
And she pulls her sword forward. She takes a stance, leaning back heavily on her back leg. Her tail kind of like takes a bit of pressure off as well, over to the side. She has her sword out. She says,
Are you familiar with the Dance of Dragons?
now it's your turn.
Alright, I am going to use my Vow of Enmity. And then just kind of point my sword out and be like, today you will not run away. Today will be the day you are vanquished from this world.
She kind of like
Is the vow an action?
bonus action, I believe. Actually,
I thought so. And then after doing that, I'm going to hold my sword up like this and make a small prayer to Helm. Helm, guide me in vanquishing this evil. And then I cast Bless on myself.
alright. You feel the shining light, the shielding light glow intensely. The light seems to hold up through your sword and then spills out through your body. As you release a little bit of holy water just up onto your blade as well. So they dip a finger in and just flick it on yourself and bring it out. You feel the ever warmth and guiding hand of Helm wrap around you. You feel like the pressure wrap around your hand, strengthening, guiding you, clutching your sword closer. You also hear the same draconic voice from within the shield.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen that helm. Do what you can to get it, and I will grant you so much power.
And then, can I just like internally kind of talk to us, just like, if you can briefly grant me power at this moment, I will guarantee I will get that helmet back.
Alright then. It basically tells you
The fear of a dragon. From a true dragon. Use it.
for Resmia's turn, she's going to take a couple of steps back around, just judging your position.
So your deity supports and guides you.
Moves about 5 feet down around, and then encircles backwards. Sword ever present on you.
Very interesting. The Dance of Dragons. It's a powerful jewel dating back to ancient times. And with that, I think I'll start it off!
And she opens her mouth and shoots out a line of acid towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As her mouth junts open, you see that the draconic helm as well kind of shifts down and then separates the plates around the mouth guard. And then see shining green light. Shit.
Can I use my inspiration on that one? Thank you.
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
I'll redo that one.
So you see the
It's not any better, but oh.
You see the burning draconic eyes on the helm light up with emerald green. Did you add your +4 to your saving throw? You did.
Yes, I have. No, it's not plus. It's +4.
Roll a d4. Roll a d4. So you can roll a d4.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Please,
Yes. Makes it 13, I guess, but.
At this point, all of the yogis have gone inside of the building as well. This jet of acid through this howling wind and fog shoots down at you, and you do have acid resistance as well.
Yes, I do.
So you're only going to take half damage, 14, 20, 23, 31.
So 15.
Yeah, you're going to take 15 points of damage. And after that, she's going to... Yeah, so you see after that, you hold up your shield and the acid kind of splatters off around the shield and gets on a bit of your armor as you bring your hand around, but it's more the fumes that really get you and really begin to dizzy you from the burning off from acid on acid from the shield. You see, disregard that pain. The Drake just fired.
Nice.
You see the Drake begins to encirculate. Circling around. Your turn.
Alright. I am going to... after taking that hit, just gonna make a charging stab attack at her.
Okay.
And because of my vow, I get advantage.
Nice.
I need to double check that though. I just want to see what it's for a certain amount of time. I can't remember if I read it down or not.
You gain advantage on attack rolls against a creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP.
For 1 minute, okay.
So as long as she's within 10 feet of you, you gain advantage.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go up, make a stabbing attack first.
Nice. Oh, that is huge. God, that's so much mods. Plus 4 mod. Oh yeah,
because I have dueling as well.
Oh.
This gives me plus two. What is this, attack roll?
Yeah. Attack roll,
Yeah.
and then the damage is huge as well. 1d8 plus 5 plus 4 mod.
Yeah, because my strength.
Yeah, strength is 5. What's your
Proficiency?
No, you don't add your proficiency to your damage rolls.
Oh, not to the damage. Yeah, I don't know. What is it? What has it got it at? 1d8 plus strength. It says plus 4 for some reason.
Oh, that's very weird.
Because plus 2 damage. Yeah, I don't know why it says 4.
Yeah, it should be plus 2.
Yeah.
I think you maybe put it in there for double attacks, 2 attacks.
Maybe? I don't know, I can't remember. Either way, just minus 2 from that, so 14.
So 14.
And then plus my bless.
Plus your bless. Oh, you can add it to damage rolls as well?
Sorry, no. It's attack roll. That's
okay,
what it does.
So,
Yeah.
22. So yeah, you hit. So as she's like reeling from that, you take most of the acid before you start running forward, and
Kind of shrug it off at the same time, and then
shrug it off at the same time and just run on
go
forward.
for a stabbing attack.
You hold your blade out, you cut on through her side. She kind of like takes a stepping glance to the side, putting her other hand on her sword.
And then, as I stab, quickly move my feet around, do a semicircle around and do a wide slashing attack. So stab and then spin down a bit lower and attack legs for my second attack.
Nice.
Jesus.
Jeez. And with that, yeah, you just cut through. She's got this kind of scale mail going down the sides of her robes as well, just from the inside, tucked underneath the padding. And you just see scale and cloth just break off with this greenish purple blood spilling out on the icy floor, really standing out.
And then from that wound, a light divine fire just kind of erupts in a divine smite.
So yeah, you slash on through, and because of your sword, there's that light just kind of shines, burning up, singeing the wound.
So what's that? 14, 26, 37, all up.
37, yeah. So she cries in pain, "Rah!" and then brings her sword just around as if she's going to cut your head off completely with a bastard roll. For a 17 plus 9, so that's going to hit. Sure.
Jesus, yeah, that's going to hit.
And she brings it on down. You see within her eyes just glow with pain and hatred. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I am actually going to use my racial feat, Human Determination, and I am going to have. I am filled with determination. Draw the unreachable within my reach. Now I'm going to have an advantage on my Constitution save.
Oh, cool.
Oh god! And then D4.
Yay! Yeah,
That's
all right,
enough.
so you succeed.
Yeah.
All right, so
Bless.
you take 27 points of slashing damage from this attack. She cuts down the length of your sword arm from your shoulder down to your bicep, cutting out through cutting mostly through some armor. You see the shining plate that you found deep within the caves of the dwarven stronghold, kind of be cut through a little bit. You're also going to take 8 points of necrotic damage.
8 points. Yep.
You see one of the drakes begin to run in, and then she kind of just hear it go, and then just stop in a staunch position. Resmi, let's see if she gets her breath back. Nope. From the pain in the leg, she's going to disengage. You see she holds her sword up in a kind of defensive stance as you go to slash on him. She tries to get away and limber him back. Kind of deflects off her shield. You see, even though the wound's basically being cauterized by holy flame, it's very well wounded. She's stepping away.
And then I'm just gonna. Oh well, I'll wait for my turn.
The other one just basically encircles around. Now it's your turn.
Belvin's just gonna. He's gonna. From his belt pouch, he's gonna take a potion of greater healing, pop it one hand, take a swig, throw it down.
And as you drink it, you don't feel the warming internal feel you get from drinking health potions. All you get is this cold liquid that you're drinking down. You don't feel any more exuberated, you still feel exhausted.
What?
Yep.
Fuck. Nah, I'm gonna play it like that was enough. And then I'm throwing it down. Fucking, that was a greater healing too, you dick. And then I'm just gonna put my arms out and be like, running from another fight, Resmir. I knew you were nothing but a coward. Come, see if you can finish what you started.
She looks at you and just goes,
Like every dragon, just taking the advantage.
and she holds her hand out. And you're encapsulated in darkness. This massive glob of darkness just surrounds and enfolds you completely.
And at that time, when I see her put her hand up, because technically it's still my turn.
Technically, it's still your turn.
Yeah. I am going to use Knight's move.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
So as you see this, just from in front of where you are, this little blot in the fabric of reality, this pure darkness just appears in a small circle and then begins to spread out in a sphere. Everything goes slow as you kind of just sidestep, toof, 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 and just make your way looping around.
Yeah.
Before she notices, she puts her hands down. She just turns her head and goes, "What?"
Yeah. And after that, I'm going to take my flanking attack. Well, I mean, I'm behind her. I had to finish on a flanking position anyway, so yeah. I'm already got advantage anyway, so unless it's double advantage.
No, it's not. I'm going to say like that with her turning, it's not going to be flanking. It's more just like you need to have another creature there with you.
Yeah, no, I know. That's all good. But at least that's a bonus action, so cool. And
okay, yeah, that hits.
where am I? There it is.
So that sphere was there. Alright, so that, as you come on blowing through, how do you do it?
So, after appearing just kind of like shimmering behind her as she's turning around, kind of would just like to make a horizontal slash across the top of her back. Oh, well, if she's turned around, so it's going to be like mainly like a short of chest area, but just like a straight across like that.
Alright, so as you cut on through, you burn through her clothes, setting off a bit of a cloak and her armor away as well as she screams. Ah! That's your first attack. You see, this cultist gets a little bit worried and has his glaive drawn and just goes, "Mistress!"
And I am going to do my second attack now.
Yep.
Which, from cross, adjusting upwards, and going for a stab.
Okay. Nice!
And my Divine Smite is actually going to be cast at second level.
For this one?
Yes.
Nice.
What's second level? Is it another D8? 3D8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Just gonna check something. At the end of your turn, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to... Yep. Cool. Constitution saving throw, please. Add a +4. Add a D4. Alright, so no. At your turn, she's basically going to try to slash at you again. No, wait, she's not. For her turn, she realizes how pain and bloody she is. She goes, "I'm going to get you sent straight to her!" And she uses disengage to get away from you. She's in a bit of a panic. Make me a athletics check. She goes running off away from her.
Well, it depends. How did my last attack hit her? Because I went for a stabbing attack, kind of just maybe like grazed, maybe.
Well, that would have gone. That was a good hit, so that would have just gone straight into her side. So she's kind of dragging her sword at her side as she's getting away. Her tail's kind of limp as well. She's like kind of limp, just like no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I was just thinking like for her to get off my sword. I've stabbed her.
Oh, okay, so like yeah, she stabbed in, and you just held it there. Okay.
If she wants to like move back from it.
Oh yeah, so
cool.
she's basically just gonna like kind of slide, like push and slide off it, just like grabbing the blade and pushing out from just
Yeah.
getting away.
Cool. Athletics, you said?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Hold up. Yep. All good.
Okay. Alright, so as she's running away, this is now a skill challenge. As she's running away, trying to get away from them. You see she's heading towards this big blue tower that you know these red-robed wizards are in, doing diabolical things. The only red red-coloured wizard you remember was the one in Niete, the one that floated over and blasted you with a fireball.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember the bastard.
As you're running after her, you go on in for a tackle. Make me an attack roll as you go and tackle into her.
Just a straight D20 roll, or?
Yeah, make a strength check. Make it a strength check. She's at disadvantage because she's not looking at you, but she got the same. She rolled 2 12s.
Do you want 2 rolls or 1 roll?
Oh, just 1 roll. So
okay.
just the 8. Alright, so with that, she's basically just getting away. As you go and jump out for her, you kind of knock her leg, grab a towel, and she kind of falls prone, but you don't grab onto her. As you both hit the snow, she kind of begins to crawl away, leaving a sword behind, and she points her finger back. And you see erupting from her finger is this kind of acidic green light that then forms into an arrow that then shoots off your finger, that then belts past you, flying just over your head as you duck into the snow. You are both now considered prone. What are you going to try to do? Are you going to try to catch up to her? Or are you going to try to slash out at her at this range?
I'm going to try to get up and catch up to her while she's prone as quickly as I possibly can.
So you spend half your movement getting up. You get over towards her and you stand over top of her. And as she raises up her hand as you come in close and charges up another bit of this sickly green energy, like acid, charging within her fingers. It looks like it's going to shoot out. She goes, "I'm not going to die here." She's going to then try to squirm away just by basically shooting off a blast at you the wrong way to the side. Make me a strength check to try to stop. Make me an attack roll or a strength check to try to stop her. So you can either slash attack her, or you can basically stop her from getting away from you by blocking her path.
Could I make an attack roll to, if she's pointing up at me and I'm above her,
yeah,
I'm gonna make an attack roll to cut off that hand that's pointing at me.
Ooh, you can do that. And with that, as you swing your sword down, the caustic bolt shoots out, splashes the magic onto your shield. As you belt it out of the way, just come up through, bringing the blade just up, and you see, fing, slicing her hand as it then begins to fall. And as the hand doesn't even get halfway to the ground, it just begins to dissolve into ash and flies away. And you see Resmia's wrist just there bleeding out as she screams. You then see from up on the blue tower over here stands a couple of 2 red-clad wizards. And up on the parapets of the staircase that leads up to the main tower, so just over here, you see these wizards, these wizardly beings in red robes, 2 of them staring down at you. You recognize one on the high tower, probably about 100 feet up from the ground. One of them you just barely recognize from the sight. You see the bald head, the tattoos match perfectly. It's the same wizard that got away from you underneath the net here. And they're both kind of pointing down towards you.
Alright.
And with that, Rezmir's head kind of falls back just like in pain, just You see like the helm doesn't have like a buckle around it, it's like a perfect size fit to her head.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do, what Belvin is gonna do, double hand, shield hand, now above, on top of the butt of the sword, gonna have it facing straight down into Rezmir's chest cavity. Your evil onslaught is now finished, Rezmir. Be gone from this world. I would like to stab down.
Alright, make an attack roll.
In an execution type.
Just into her chest.
Yeah.
Damn, boy. Just before you make the final incision into her heart, you hear a commotion coming from the very left hand, from the very, well, basically just far, far behind you. You see across very far across the courtway a swarm of these black cloaked figures, being led by another. They seem to run and fly at the same time, taking a good pace of running, and then their cloaks kind of billow out to the side, sending them up in the air, flying up, then gliding down. In like massive leaps and jumps and bounds as they all begin to head towards you, being led. You also take a second to see that holding one of the glaives, one of the guards is basically charging up behind you as well. His cape kind of billowed out, took flight like a dragon's wing, just air caught beneath it, lifting him up into the air, bringing him over to you in an arch, and then gets down on the ground, glaive out in front of him, as if he's going to try to have a massive slash down at him, just crawling on through. So bring your sword up, after taking everything in, grit your teeth, you see the eyes of the helm dim, become weak as you bring the sword down. That's where we're going to end for tonight. Pick it up next time.
Fuck. Damn. That whole time you're explaining that whole thing, I'm just like, alright. Plan of attack to get away from this situation now. Nah, that's sick.
And yeah, that is sick. This is going to be. This scene happened in about the span. We'll go into detail later, but yeah. Thank you everyone for joining in for what was a wonderful battle for this bonus content for Dragon Brew episode 33 part 2, The Brothers Stand. And you can catch us tomorrow night 8 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Times on Dragons At Cats for Dragon Brew D&D, where we continued in the climactic battle between our friends and the Cult of the Dragon. Who will survive? We'll find out. Until then, see you next time.
Peace.
Keep rolling 20s.